wanted to talk to you a little bit, instead of show you things, about what I've been teaching you, because it's really helpful in during this time frame where we're sheltering in place. So I've been doing Kung Fu and Tai Chi for over 50 years, and my main sifus were Peter Kwok and Guolin Yang. Guolin Yang was Peter Kwok's teacher in China. So I think I'm the only person that had the privilege of training under both of them for a total of 12 years, not at the same time. So oddly, in 1984, Peter Kwok disappeared and Guolin Yang died, same year. But anyway, the form that is most significant to what we're going through right now is the Igun Jin, or the Tendon Exchange, or the Muscle Change Classic. And I made a short video of it. So the reason that's so important is because of its detoxing and strengthening the lung. And what's very interesting about it is that it works primarily with the arms, where your lung meridians are located in these regions. So when I began to study this stuff, I started noticing some interesting things. For example, there's a hand mudra, and this stuff comes from India, and most people do it like this, like how Donald Trump gives his speeches. Anyway, but if you want to connect, there's lung, large intestine are paired organ systems in Chinese medicine, and the points end at the nail beds, and they're here. They're here. So if you want to touch those points to connect lung, large intestine while you're doing breathing exercises. In any case, that's not what I wanted to exactly talk about. But when you work on tendon exchange, you're strengthening the muscles and tendons, the tendons that attach the muscles to the body and the muscles, while you're working your lungs. So it's a very powerful form. It's probably the most powerful form. The other thing I wanted to say is that historically in China, Qigong is really old. Some say it predates the written language. So people don't really know how old it is. And so that could be 3,000 years old. I mean, I read one article that said it was 10,000 years old. It is the indigenous healing practices to China that did not come from India. It relates to the Chinese landscape and the plant medicine and the nature medicine. And it's the early origins of Taoism, that Qigong and Taoism are linked in that sense. But the other material from Kung Fu comes from India originally, through Dhammo or Bodhidharma. So the Shaolin predates Tai Chi, and that is written down. So there's more known about that, because it was inscribed by the monks in the Shaolin Temple. So that is literally 5th century, when Dhammo came from India to China. And this ancient form was from that era, the Igun Jin Tendon Exchange. Now, there's another interesting thing, is that I've learned it from other sifus, and the Peter Kwok one is definitely the best. I just dropped the other ones. But it's interpreted differently and written down differently so in terms of Igun Jin, I'm just showing you the one that I like the best. So, and then now I'm going to progress historically to Tai Chi, which is considered 500 to 800 years old. And definitely Shaolin is the great-grandmother of Tai Chi. So when we dig back into ancient times, the Igun Jin is extremely empowering. The Tai Chi is like, not watered down, but it's mild. It's mild compared to Shaolin. But just as history progressed, as you progress in age, you're going to slow down and need to do something less strenuous. So when I do Tendon Exchange, I used to do it for an hour every day. Now I just do it for 20 minutes. and then I feel sore, and if I don't have, lately I haven't had the correct herbs and can't go get massage, so I wait until the soreness is kind of gone from my muscles before I do it again. So, and that's how I want to encourage you with your training, if you are copying these videos, to do different things on different days, to also walk, to do yoga, stretching, or Pilates, or whatever other things you do, and to incorporate these things into your training. Because I'm not trying to teach anybody to be a Kung Fu master. Some people can use, add this to their arsenal of training that are really working on the art itself. But right now the emphasis is definitely on keeping up your immune system and not having a nervous breakdown by being cooped up in your place. Now, on a final note, I'm more allergic to nature than I am to staying cooped up. I have pollen allergies. I almost got trampled by a herd of cows on the trail the other day. So it's actually, very comfortable for me to open the window and let lots of fresh air into where I live and do the forms. So it's almost like it was made for it. So hopefully you're gaining something from this, and I'll probably show you a form again soon. Okay.